The search for truth begins with definition. Before one can prove or disprove anything, one must first establish what is being examined. Yet, in the case of God, there is an undeniable hesitation, an outright refusal, to even attempt a definition. Why is this so? Imagine a creature of legend, a unicorn. Its form is known to all, a horse-like being with a single spiraled horn adorning its forehead. No one has seen one, no scientist has documented its existence, yet its definition is unquestioned. The world accepts it as part of myth, as a construct of imagination. The shape of this mythical beast, the very idea of it, exists only through the words of storytellers, yet no one hesitates to describe it. Now consider the electron. It is unseen, intangible, yet science has built entire worlds upon its existence. No common individual has witnessed an electron firsthand, but its presence is accepted without question. Why? Because scientists, through their tools and theories, have provided a framework, an accepted definition, by which the electron is understood. Those who trust in science do not require personal proof. They accept the knowledge passed down to them, confident in its validity. And yet, when the question of God arises, a strange contradiction emerges. Those who dismiss the possibility of a divine existence often refuse to define what it is they reject. They will accept the description of a unicorn despite its mythical nature. They will accept the definition of an electron, though they have never seen one. But when it comes to God, they halt, demanding evidence without first determining what such evidence would even look like. If science is the measure of all things, then what would a laboratory experiment designed to detect God look like? What instruments would be used? What results would one anticipate? To conduct an experiment, there must first be parameters, clear variables, and expected outcomes. Yet those who insist on the scientific approach often find themselves at an impasse. Without a definition, what is being tested? Without a hypothesis, what is being measured? If one demands scientific proof of God, but has no framework for such proof, are they genuinely seeking, or merely dismissing without inquiry? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. To search for something, one must know what they seek. If one were to deny the existence of electrons without ever defining them, their argument would collapse. If one were to claim that unicorns do not exist, but still describe their features, they inadvertently grant them a presence, even if only in concept. Yet when confronted with the notion of God, the same logic is abandoned. This leads to an unsettling realization. These same individuals who reject faith in God take science and scientists on faith. They accept the definitions given to them without question. They trust in unseen electrons, in dark matter, in the distant past of an ever-expanding universe, all based on words they have never personally verified. Yet they believe because they trust the sources that provide these descriptions. They take the storyteller's definition of a unicorn on faith, for the unicorn has always been imagined the same way. Its image is static because its description has been passed down, unquestioned. But if they are so willing to take science on faith, to take the definitions of things unseen on faith, then why do they refuse to take the definition of God on faith from a believer? Why does the trust they place in physicists and historians vanish when a believer offers a definition of God? They will not define God themselves, nor will they accept the definition given by those who believe in Him. What does that tell you? It reveals an inconsistency, not of knowledge, but of will. The issue is not one of proof, for proof is built on definitions, and definitions are accepted from others all the time. The issue is one of resistance. The question is not whether they can define God, nor whether they can take a definition on faith. The real question is, what are they afraid will happen if they do? What causes this hesitation? Is it defiance, or is it the realization that to define is to acknowledge, and to acknowledge is to engage in a journey that may lead to unsettling truths? If one refuses to define God, how can they claim certainty in His absence? If one demands proof yet rejects any framework to recognize it, are they truly searching for truth, or merely reinforcing their own refusal to seek? The nature of belief and skepticism is not as divided as it seems. Science, too, requires faith. Faith in the unseen, faith in authority, faith in the definitions provided by those who claim to understand. And yet, faith in the divine is dismissed as folly, despite following the very same principles of trust in knowledge beyond oneself. Perhaps the question is not whether God exists, but rather, why do some fear the act of defining Him at all? And if one truly seeks proof, then before entering the laboratory, should they not first ask, what exactly are they looking for?